Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to today's video. I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day look for you. It might be a little early, but I want to get this up for you guys as soon as possible because I have play practice at school and I don't know the times yet of everything. So I just wanted to get this up, and some of my friends have asked me to do this. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So recently, even though I have like sections for my makeup, sometimes I like to keep this in this bag. It's the Kylie Jenner birthday collection that she just released last August for her birthday. It's the pink makeup bag. It's really spacious. The only thing that I can't seem to fit in here is a Morphe palette. Obviously because they're really large and wide, but that's completely fine. So I just like to use this like when I'm put on my makeup and when I'm like traveling or around the house or anything. But yeah, it's a really good bag. It's a really decent size and you can fit a lot in here. Like I put like palettes, like smaller palettes in here, and it works. So other than that, let's get right on to the video. So, first, I'm going to be priming my face with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. And I think I'm going to take 2 pumps of this one. Yeah. And then just apply it to my entire face. Even my eyelids to prime for the eyeshadow. So after priming, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation in the shade 200. I have more like cooler toned skin, so this is the more cool toned shade. But they have like 40 different foundation shades, so it's a great range. So I really recommend this. It says shake well, so I'm just going to shake it up. And I'm just going to apply maybe 2 squirts to the back of my hand. And I'm going to take the same BH Cosmetic Kabuki brush I used in my last video. I'm going to be using this brush again because I've been using it a lot recently. So I'm just going to starters, I'm just gonna, ow, I poked myself in the eye. It's fine, it didn't hurt. I'm just gonna dab it on my face, and then I'm gonna dip in with some more, and then now I'm just gonna circle motions, just blend it in. Sorry, I'm so close. I don't have my mirror. I didn't bring my mirror. I'm in my mom's bathroom, by the way. I'm using circular motions instead of like brushing or sweeping motions, because I feel like circular motions just distribute the product so much better and blend to the neck. Just gonna put some in my ears a little, just like the tips of my ears, because I usually wear my hair down, but if you wear your hair up, then put foundation on your ear, because I have had instances like that where my face and my neck are 2 different colors, but like if I have my hair in a ponytail or half up, half down, my ears are like pale, and that's not cute, so just make sure you do that. I never put my hair up when I do my makeup, but I probably should. really like the coverage of this foundation. It's medium to full coverage, but you can build it up. But I usually like medium coverage foundation. That's just personal preference. So I'm going to take the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I know, I'm running out. I have another one in my vanity that I can use when this one's out. So I'm just going to apply that under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, forehead, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin. I have a couple pimples. My smile lines and around my mouth because that's where I got the most acne. So I'm just going to cover those up. And then I'm going to wind it up again and just put a little more where I put my highlight. Just for a little more coverage. And then I'm going to take this Urban Studio foundation brush. It's just a dome-topped brush, flat brush. I'm just going to blend in that concealer. Comment below some of your holy grail beauty items so then I could know what to get next, because I've been using the same makeup for a couple of months now, like the same face makeup for a couple of months, and I want to try some new stuff because I always want to try new things. But FYI, I have combo skin, so my cheeks and my face get really dry, but my forehead, like my T-zone, gets really oily. So that's why I like matte foundations, because it just evens it all out. So after I'm done blending, I'm going to go with the concealer. I'm going to go in with this Maybelline New York Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade 01 Light. I'm just going to tap some into the lid. I like this because it's not like pure white. It does have a bit of color to it. It's like a beige. And I think that really works with my skin tone because I'm nowhere near pale, but I have more of like an olive undertone to my skin. So I feel like these powders work better than like a white powder. That's just my personal preference. Everything is just an opinion, personal preference. What I do, you don't have to do. This is just how I do it. And then, after powder, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Natural Beauty Palette. And I'm going to dip into the shade Warm My Heart, the giant bronzer on the bottom. And I'm just going to use the same powder brush, dip into the bronzer. I like using powder brushes for bronzer because I feel like it's more of a natural look and it's more like airbrushed instead of like using like an angled brush where it's more of defined. I don't know, I just think these brushes are just better. Like, it's just a more natural look, and I'm a natural gal. But I can also be pretty glam and out there, so I'm like more in the middle. It all depends. But today the eye is going to be a little more dramatic because it is Valentine's Day. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip you off or whatever. I was just doing that. So, I don't have a boyfriend, so not doing anything for Valentine's Day. But I just like watching these types of videos, so I thought, why not? Gonna be taking this angled blush brush. I don't know where it's from. I got these off like Amazon or something. So I think they're from Amazon. I'm not sure. This is the Kylie blush Kylie Cosmetics blush in the shade Barely Legal. It's just a really pretty peach blush. And I've had this since the summer, since she like released them. And I've had so much that I use this all the time when I'm not using the Too Faced one. I'm just going to use the mirror in here. So I'm going to smile and apply it to the apples of my cheeks. And I like to blend out my blush. I just like to like smile. Oops. And then like bring it out. I feel like these blushes are good for any skin tone, and they have more like lighter blushes or more like darker blushes to feel your blush needs. I also like to put blush on where I put my bronzer because I feel like it just evens it out. Then I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild's Glow Kit. Just looks like this. And I'm going to be using the Profusion brush. And I'm going to mix the shades Blue Ice, this really like icy color, and Pink Heart, the more champagne color. And I'm just going to mix those two. Just tap into both of them. And I'm going to go in with the mirror from the Kylie blush and just apply the highlight to the tops of my cheeks. And then I'm going to put it by my brow. I'm going to dip back again into Blue Ice and Pink Heart. And then just apply that to the tops of my cheeks. And then the side of my forehead. And then I'm going to take a more defined, more defined Profusion brush. And I'm going to dip into the shade Blue Ice. That really icy shade. I'm not going to use the Pink Heart, just the Blue Ice. This one right here. And I'm just going to highlight my nose and blend it in my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin. Now that we're done with the base, let's go onto the eyes. So I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette. Ever since I got this from Christmas, this has been the palette I've been obsessed with. Like, it's so many colors. 38 more than normal Morphe palettes. And there's like your warm tones, your cool tones, your pops of color. I honestly recommend this palette with all my heart. It is one of the more pricey Morphe items, but I recommend it 100%. So first, I'm gonna take this angled brush and there's no like pure white in here. Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna dip into the shade right here, the second shade on the second row. It's called Butter. And it's just like a warm tone brown. And I'm gonna apply that to the crease with just like windshield wiper motions. This is gonna be a lot of eyeshadow because it is more dramatic. I'm just going to dip back into butter. Just go in again. And then using this e.l.f. more like packing brush from e.l.f. It's just called the eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna, I want to keep this look a little more brown with a pop of pink. So I'm gonna dip into this shade here, this kind of like dark. It's not really dark. I'm not sure what to call it really. Yeah, it's kind of like a dark brown. And it's called Buns. So I'm just going to dip in with that brush. The e.l.f. brush. Take off any excess. Blow off some. And then I'm just going to deepen outside. And just go in the crease again. And then I'm just going to do the same with the other eye. I'm just going to dip into that shade Buns one more time. The brush I would normally use, I can't seem to find. So I'm just going to go in the crease with the e.l.f. brush. Just to deepen it a little. And then I'm gonna, oh, I found the brush I was looking for. This is the Echo Tools brush. It's just the angled crease. I'm gonna dip into a darker brown. I'm gonna dip into this brown right here. It's in the shade Mocha. And it is like a really mocha, like dark kind of espresso brown. And I'm just going to move that a little lower on the crease and focus that a little more on the outer V, just to keep it dark. And I have more of, like, I don't have a lot of eyelid space, so you can do this according to the shape of your eyelids, but I personally don't have a lot of eyelids. My eyes are smaller than a normal person's, which I really don't like because it doesn't give me a lot of space for eyeshadow. So it's kind of really dark and like almost kind of like vampy, if you would. So quickly I'm gonna go into this shade up here. It's called Faint. I'm just gonna go across these three. Faint across these three right here. Faint, Little Lady, and Sissy. And I'm just gonna take packing brush. This is from Echo Tools. And it's just a large shadow brush, so I'm just going to dip the brush across all 3 of those shadows. And I'm just going to apply that to half the lid. No, I'm just going to apply to the full lid. And then I'm going to be using glitter, like Stila eye glitter. So this is just like a base for that. I'm going to dip into those 3 colors again, Faint, Little Lady, and Sissy. And they're all similar colors, just with different undertones. So it's completely fine that they're mixed, because you won't even tell a difference. I'm just putting that all over my lid. And then I'm gonna go in with the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold Retro. And I'm going to take I'm going to take this Echo Tools Petite Eye Shading Brush. Sorry, the lighting is kind of fluctuating right now. Okay. The lighting's going crazy. I don't know why. Okay. So, why is the lighting... The lighting is literally going insane, so I'm really sorry. I have no clue why. It's just really bright. So I'm just going to take the Echo Tools brush with the Stila Rose Gold Shadow. And so I don't get any on the camera or anything, I'm gonna dip into this mirror. This mirror is the only thing I have right now. The lighting is literally bothering me. I am so sorry. I have no clue why, like, oh, there it goes. I have no clue why that was doing that. So I'm so sorry, but I'm going with the Echo Tools Petite Shading Brush and the Rose Gold Retro Shadow from Stila. And I'm just going to apply that on the inner part of my lid, like the inner corner. I'm just going to keep my eyes closed for a little until it dries. And then I just wanted to make sure it was dried before I opened my eye, in case, just so I wouldn't get glitter literally all over my eye. So I'm going to dip in again. I'm not going to put the brush directly on my eye because that'll just waste the product, I feel. So I like to take a little brush and put the product on the brush. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye, just focus it on the inner corner. Okay, it should be good. I think I might just put a little more on this side. I think this is really pretty. I personally adore it. I'm just gonna put, now the lighting's too dark. This is literally insane. I'm sorry about this lighting situation, but if I shut like the light, like, okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna, I still have some left, so I might just put a little more on the inner corner. So I just put a little more on the inner corner. And then I'm gonna take this flatter brush and just, because I put a little too much on the inner corner, I'm just gonna take it and stream it through my lower lash line just to kind of apply that glitter a little more. I honestly think this looks really pretty. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. brush again, dip back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and dip in that shade Butter that I used in the transition shade. And put that on my lower lash line. I'm also going to dip into that little darker shade. I can't really see it. This one. No. This one. Right next to this creamy color. It's called Buns. I'm going to dip into that as well. Those two are kind of similar, but Butter is a little warmer. So I'm just going to take that shade Buns and run it under my lower lash line, and I feel like just kind of brightens like the whole look, just like expands your eyes. So I think that's done. That's it with the eyes, and I'm going to take this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's just the little mini one. Gonna shake it up first to kind of warm it up a little, and then just that was way too much. The powder fixes everything. Powder fixes everything. I'm gonna dip into this like contour brush kind of and run that here. Everyone has mascara mistakes once in a while, so please bear with me as I try to fix this mess. It's just not working today, folks. The powder is like making it worse almost. Let me add more concealer. I literally had one job. Okay. I'm just gonna take that powder brush and kind of like, I don't know, blend it. Okay, that worked. That worked. am so sorry. My life is a literal mess. Like, I have no clue what's going on. Like, I have literally lost my mind. Okay. I think we're back on track. Maybe. I hope. Okay, so mascara disaster kind of avoided. That's why I tried to like shake it so there were no clumps. But it's mascara, there's always gonna be clumps. So I'm gonna just lightly do the other eye. That looks so much better. I think it's because it's the smaller version. So it's like the mini size. So it is a smaller brush, and I think that's why I'm freaking myself out, because it is a smaller brush. It's just smaller in general. So I feel like that's why I kind of poked myself in the eye, but it's fine, it's fine. I fixed it. Everyone has mascara mishaps once in a while. So next I'm going to take this e.l.f. lip liner in the shade Tea Rose. It's just a really pretty kind of blush lip liner. Just going to line my lips. Slightly overdraw them. Just a little. And then I'm going to be using the Too Faced Liquid Latex in the shade Hopeless Romantic. This is more of like a it's like a lip gloss, not a lip gloss. It's like a liquid lipstick that's, I don't know how to describe it. But it's not matte and it's not a lip gloss. So it's like a, oh, it says liquefied high shine lipstick. Feels really comfortable. It is a tad sticky, but I feel like if you just put a little powder, I'm just gonna put some powder on it to kind of like mattify it, if that makes sense. And before I show you the final look, don't mind the cabinet, I am going to use this liquid matte NYX matte finish setting spray. I'm just gonna spritz it over my face. I got some in my mouth, but that's okay. Then I'm going to take that powder brush and just go over everything. And there you go. This is the final look. Don't mind that little mascara mishap. It happens to everyone who uses mascara. So I hope you enjoyed this Valentine's Day look. I hope I can do more looks in the future where I don't mess up on my mascara. I've been working on my eyeliner skills a little, So maybe in the next video I might do eyeliner, but I'm not 100% positive yet. So like, comment, subscribe, Sunbirds. Comment down below what videos you want me to film next. And FYI, in March it might get a little hairy with my filming schedule, because since I said I'm in the play at my school, I could link down like dates and stuff if any of you guys live in New Jersey and want to come. I'm in the musical, so in like the middle of March I might not film that much. I could get my sister to film a little of the musical if you guys would want, so then I can always upload that for you guys. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do.